Hey everybody, it's John from Homestead Evolution. We got some 2 packages in. We got our hives all set up and ready. We had bees from last year, but they swarmed and they left some honey. So we're going to leave those in the box for a food source. We're going to add a pollen patty as well. And today we're going to show you how we here put packages in hives. So the bottom brooder is a deep, and I've got my frames in there. I've got some honey, I've got some drawn out foundation, and what we're going to do is we're going to put the queen in there. The queen is in this mass of bees right here. She's still in a little cage, and we're going to take her out, and there's a little piece of candy on one end, and we're going to leave her in that cage, but we're going to staple that cage up here. And then what we're going to do is knock these bees down, spray them with some sugar water, which I've already done that to calm them down. And then I'm going to open this up and lay this here on its side. Put this box down and lay them here. So as they'll come out, they'll find the queen, they'll find the food, release the queen. I'm going to put a pollen patty in here as well. And I'm going to cover it up, and I'm going to give it a day or so. Then I'm going to come back and check to make sure they release the queen. If they haven't released the queen by that time, then you want to go ahead and there's a cork on the other end, take that out so she can get out. And then they'll start the whole hive process. So this is how we do it. There's other ways to do this, but we found this one to be the easiest for us. So what I've done is, like I said, I've sprayed them down with sugar water. I did a 1-to-1 ratio for water and sugar, and it cooled off. What I did is I went ahead and popped this top off right now. And you can see a few bees coming out, but she's right here, and I'm going to pull her out and put this back down. This is where they get a little upset. All right. Alright guys, for this one, there's a cork in this end, right here. Okay, this right here is the candy. And for this one, we're just going to peel this off. Right there, you can see the candy. So I'm going to get this metal plate off, and so I can lay this in here. Okay, so there's the candy. Alrighty, so now I got my queen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn her upside down so she is like right over in between two frames here, okay? There's the candy. Now I'm going to take out the can, and then I'm going to lay these bees down in here. Calm down, guys. It's like there's not enough to... This is a pollen patty we had frozen in a freezer, and I'm gonna put it right there. Okay, what that does, guys, it gives them a jump start. They've got honey, some drawn out frames, they got the queen, and now I'm gonna cover them up with an inner lid. And the top lid. What I'm going to do is here I ratchet strap it just to be on the safe side. Nothing comes along and tears it up. Alright, and you see how they're clustered right here? They're protecting the queen, and there's a big can of food in here, so the queen's like over in here. So when you see a swarm like that in the wild, basically that's what they're doing. Is they're protecting the queen and they're looking for a home. They're not real aggressive, they're just waiting for scout bees to let them know where there's a decent place to live. It's an opportunity to get free bees. You can call a local beekeeper if you've taken some beekeeping classes. It's, like I said, a great way to get free bees and put them on your property, get yourself some honey, help out the environment with all the plants and everything, because bees are just extremely important. So here we go. Spray them down a little. Like I said, this is 1-to-1. And then I usually hit them again just a little bit. Same process as before. Turn it upside down, place it between 2 frames. Okay. Now I gotta get the can out of here. This is a pretty quick process. As you can tell, they're swarming around. They're not real happy. I wouldn't be either. They've probably gone a couple 100 miles, been stuck in there. So yeah, they're not going to be real happy. So the key thing is to get them some food. Okay. Inner cover. And you'll see bees floating around you. You just stay calm, stay working. Okay. And we'll lock this one up. Alrighty guys, got it set up. I ratchet strap our hives. We had some possums get into them before we had electric fence. Really just destroyed the hive. So now I ratchet strap the hive to keep it together. In case they get knocked over, it just helps. So far, we've done pretty good that way. We put a brick on top. That's a visual indication that I have a queen in here, and this hive's an active hive. It's overcast today, it's been raining, so these guys won't do much flying and so forth. I'm gonna head out of here, but these guys will do pretty good. What I'll do is I will hook up our electric fence, and hopefully that keeps predators away. So far we've been pretty fortunate since we've done that. We put up electric fence, ratchet strap, haven't had any problems with possums. Bear we've been doing good for this year, so that's a good thing. And we'll come back out in a day or so and see if the queen's released. If not, we'll release her and check them out. We'll bring you along, see how they're doing.
There is activity outside these hives that we put in yesterday. John's busy right now, so I'm going to be getting into these hives. Since they are so active and they're new hives, I'm going to suit up at least the top part. So I'll get everything set up and show you what we're going to do with them now. Alright, now I'm going to approach this hive from behind. You never want to go up to the front where the entrance is on a hive. You will get stung doing that. And I'm going to fight this thing for a little while because this is years old. I can hear them. Okay, there's ones that are stuck to the top. We're going to leave them there. Set it right down here on the ground. When we reach in here and get this package, this is what I want, is this package right here. I'll knock a few bees off of it. We'll take it around here and sit it right in the front. Those bees will find their way up to the top. I need to put the hot top back on. Brush these bees off here so we don't squish any. They're working on getting that queen out of there. And we're going to put this top back on pretty quick. They are doing what they're supposed to be doing. So now we're going to leave them alone for another 4 days. Put this back on here. They have not let the queen out yet. Now I'm going to come over here to this hive. I'm going to do the same thing. This one should release pretty easy. It's a new strap. Just enough to get it undone. These guys have got the inner cover stuck up here. They're building comb on it for some reason. And I want to get this box out of here. Again, I'm going to put this right here. Check that queen. She's not out. Come back down here. Yeah, she's still in there. Sometimes if you turn it on, you won't squish hardly any bees. I got one there. Put this inner cover back on, or the outer cover. We're going to leave those alone for another 4 days. Then we'll come back, check these queens, see if they accepted them or whether they killed them off. Okay, now you can see the front. I set the packages. They're almost empty. There's hardly any bees in there at all. Set them in front of the hives that I took them out of. And what they'll do, they'll follow that queen scent and go right on up into the hive. The next time I come down here in 4 days, there shouldn't be any bees on that box that I just set on the ground. I just hooked up the electric fence. We're going to turn it back on. Like I said, see them in 4 days.